Hello and welcome, I'm Mar2A and this is episode 14 of my playthrough of the SHADOWCRAFT pack. Well, my SHADOWCRAFT pack. Anyway, today is going to be a fairly simple day. I need to actually do something with this wizard tower. My little factory over here, it's still in construction. I actually have some stuff cooking up right now. I need some more steel, and since I have yet to get enough stuff to make a blast furnace, I have gone to the nether and I have actually managed to get quite a bit of nether coal, which is currently cooking up in the kale factor to create coal ore, which when this is done I'll put back through the kale factor again. Actually, let's just go ahead and see what we get if we run this through. So we'll go ahead and let that cook and we'll see how much coal we get from this. Alright, so that's actually going to take a little bit longer than I thought. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and while all the stuff is cooking up, because I'm going to need all of that coal to make steel. Regardless if I use it with iron straight up or if I get the stuff to make a blast furnace, I'm going to need a lot of coal. So for what I want to do now is we're going to go underwater over there, and we're going to go harvest some of the abyssal stone from the geodes so that we can use it to decorate the tower a little bit, as well as maybe use it some other spots, because that entire thing is made out of the abyssal stone, which looks really, really nice. I especially like the abyssal block. It's very, very nice. Anyway, so that door, come on door. I really like the way this looks, but these little stairs here, I keep walking up them rather than going straight. So yeah, too cool. So I had 44 of these, so I'm going to be getting quite a bit of coal. Yeah, it's 44, probably going to double that at least. Let's call it 112, so yeah, I'll be getting well over 200 pieces of coal in the end. However, it is time to go diving. Let's go ahead and take some dirt with us just in case we need to make some emergency barricades. We're not going to need the flint and steel. We will take the torches though. If I were smart, I would bring a bucket as well. Oh, these squids. Never can find you guys when I need ink. Alright, so we're just going right down here to these nice little misshapen circles in the ground. Oh, we're making it. We're making it. Okay, come on. Lower, 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 lower. We need to torch up. Is that clay? Alright, there we go. Alright, so luckily since I have this spell, it makes actually mining under here quite easy. It's just a matter of blasting it, and this is actually rather shallow. I would have expected it to have a little bit more meat to it. Oh, that's odd. Alright, let's go ahead and go to another one. Oh, let's get these. Alright, so one of the ones over here might be a little bit more fruitful. Hey, check that out, diamonds. Gotta be careful. Last time I was in here, I ran into skeletons. Oh, come on. Come on. Fill, there we go. Fill the hole. Alright, so that's diamonds, tin ore, uranium, and we want none of this. Oh, maybe we do want some of this. Alright, let's get some light in here. Because I see lapis, and I could use some lapis. Alright. Just give it a twist, a flick of the wrist. Got a lovely bunch of spells in hand. Deedly deedly dee. Big one, even bigger one. Anyway. This is a nice little underground lava lake. Alright, I'll come back to this later, I think. It's really not what I want to focus on today. I really do need to get some of this abyssal stone. Oh. Wow, this is a huge geode. No, here comes the water. That I probably should have saved that for last. I'm doing pretty good though, almost got 3 stacks. Alright. Should probably get that diamond before I lose the ability to get it. Oh, I was casting on that on the expensive mode. I didn't realize that. Alright, let's go ahead and get back up top here. This really does look freaky with all these freaking... No, come back! Alright, now I gotta do that again. And we should probably have a bit to eat. A very nice and soggy bacon cheeseburger. Alright, we'll dig a hole here. I don't want to go down there. Alright, I don't know where that goes. Is that an emerald? Yeah, it's emerald. Oh yeah, I do need that though. Ah, poop. Alright, so this is just the geode. There's nothing in here, so that's good. We'll hold off from digging away the roof, and I'll just go ahead and harvest this stuff up here. Tell you what, though, this is probably going to be all of the abyssal stone I'll need for now, so I'll go ahead and join back up with you guys after I finish with this. Alright, so I'm just cooking up some charcoal right here. You might notice the firebox actually has a new texture to it, and I actually think that looks really nice. You kind of see that little orange glow behind it on top of the little flame particles. It's very nice. That's not the only thing that's gotten updated in my pack. Over the course of the few days, there's been some fairly good changes with the some of the config settings for default universal electricity. And as such, the power that I generate from, say, one of these things goes a lot further than it used to when it comes to powering machines from, say, Mine Factory Reloaded or from Applied Energistics. It's just a matter of actually harvesting that energy to run a factory. This means that while I was originally planning on just doing something completely using resonant induction for this building, I can actually get started on some other stuff, and I'm rather happy about that. One of the first things that I really do want to do after I get started with this, as much as I like this tree farm, if I basically can only run it certain times, because if I'm not paying attention, that poor little broom in there, he bites the dust. And I could fix that by just getting the, replacing the sigil that's on there with the sigil of the felled oak, which is an option. It just really takes me slime balls and a golden axe. I mean, it's not too terribly expensive. But I would still be better off, I believe, using a Mine Factory Reloaded farm. Something that I do want to try to stay away from is, even though it is now easier for me to power stuff using resin induction, this goes the other way around too. I could end up building a farm using the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff and not touch any of this again, and I don't want to do that. I want to use the gears and the stuff, and the gears and the stuff. I would like to use everything from resin induction, the gears, the turbines, all the good stuff. I'd also like to eventually build up to making a fission reactor, and eventually one day, off in the future, fusion, which has gone through quite a severe change from if you've ever used it. So they're a little bit more tricky to set up, but they're still pretty freaking awesome. Alright. Unfortunately, I think that charcoal is going to be a little bit cooking. When it came... Oh, there it goes. Excellent. As you can see, I got quite a bit of abyssal stone from the geo down there, so that was pretty nice. What I do need to do, though, is I have to cook all this stuff up. And this is why I have the firebox. I can just cook stuff like this. I have no idea how much fuel is left in there. Let's put the charcoal in. That didn't actually use that much of the oak wood I put in there. That's fairly surprising. I mean, I would say, since what it's doing right now, I would hope that maybe it uses 8 pieces of charcoal. However, I really don't know. Anyway, so what I plan on doing is, right now this thing is just really it's a cylinder. It's a cylinder. There's no real nice way to say it. I think what I need to do is I need to kind of flare it out a little bit towards the bottom, and then just do some kind of details using the abyssal blocks, or abyssal bricks rather. I think the bricks might look a little bit better. Yeah. Oh, fitted stones. Is it fitted? I wonder why they did not go with brick for that. Anyway. I also need to go ahead and finish putting on a roof for this building. I've been hemming and hawing about how high I really want to do this, because I have my Ars Magica floor here. I have my in progress blood magic, and the blank floor right here. This one is going to be vanilla, and it's going to have basically just enchanting stuff. I might work in some kind of machinery related to enchanting stuff in here. It's not going to be too terrible. And I think once I get to that high, I want to go ahead and actually just top it off. Which means that I'm only going to need a little bit more cobblestone to build this up, and then I need to figure out how to do a roof on this thing. I could just do like a flat pave over, but that would look really, really stupid. I'm considering going with like a little cone-shaped thing, like a little tower. However, I'm not sure what to make it out of. The only thing I really have in abundance right now is the abyssal stone, and it would look kind of odd like that. And really, I think it'd probably be better off if I could get like a wood, or maybe a heck, if I really go crazy, if I go crazy growing wheat, I could get a thatched tower, which would be kind of odd, but it might be interesting. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go sleep this night away before I get slaughtered like a helpless animal. And then I'll be back once I get this stuff ready. Alright, so come to think of it, I actually am going to be using the abyssal blocks for the roof of this thing. Looking at all the materials I have, I mean, I'm going to need to get more from what I have right now, that's for sure. But looking at all the materials I have and that I have easy access to, the only thing else I would have in abundance is going to be more stone, which I've used enough of. dirt, which is dirt, we're not going there, and oak wood. And while I could use oak wood, I don't necessarily like it so much for like roofs and stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and make a black tower. And to cap this off, we're actually just going to make this, we're going to use the abyssal block. I don't think I can make this fitted stone back in the block, unfortunately. No, I could just make it into the brick, or I could crush it in a rock crusher back to the cobblestone. I don't have a rock crusher, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build up the roof starting at this level. So we're going to do one ring of the abyssal block. I really like the way this looks. Alright, so I'm on my roof. You can see there's a sea of black here from abyssal stone. I had to go back down for a few more of those over the course of the day to mine that out. I still have not actually gotten around the perimeter of the tower yet. I do need to see how this has turned out, because I might have done something terribly, terribly wrong. Unfortunately, I kind of built myself into the roof now. I don't know how to get down, so we're going to take the only option available to us, and we're going for a swim. Whee! Okay, I promise not to do that again. I'm sorry. Alright, so let's go ahead and go around the side here. As you can see, I've got some scaffolding left over. Alright. I don't think that goes up to enough of a point. I could probably get around that by flaring out the bottom a little bit, though. Unfortunately, flaring out the bottom is going to be a little bit more tricky than building up the top. Let's see, how are we doing on spawn areas in here? Let's take this out, we don't need this anymore. You know, I know it's a bug at the edge of those blocks, but that's kind of neat seeing the little light filter through. Alright, let's get back out here. Yeah, this is all spawnable space. I am running out of abyssal block. As a matter of fact, the only place in my general area that's not a spawning zone is my roof and the building right there that's now of no use. That's kind of funny. Alright, so yeah, that went up by 2, 2, 3, I believe 3, 1, 2, and then 3. I mean, it was fairly high, but I mean, it's not enough. Let's go ahead and see what we can get doing this. And since we're doing it now, we may as well make it a 2-layer. Actually, no. I mean, where's the floor to this going to be? This is ground level, right? So say, for argument's sake, if I wanted a window, right? I'm going to be seeing block. So that's not going to work out. As much as I hate to say it, I think the only real solution to this point is to just raise the roof. Let's get a better vantage point. And let's actually not run out of blocks. Yeah, I shouldn't have skipped that, and I shouldn't have skipped that one there. I think I can get this to work. It's going to require a lot more freaking block, though. Holy cow. So that's going 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3. So yeah, that's what the problem is. If I go 3, 3, no, 2, 2, 3, say then 3 again, 3, 2. Tell you what, let me go ahead and see how this comes out. I think my broom may have died. I might be out of render range, but I think the broom suffocated in one of those trees. That would be extremely unfortunate. Oh man. That cost me a whole bale of hay. I mean, it's not like I could just grow that stuff over here or anything. Okay, so we are not going to be doing that kind of zoom again while holding in the button. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely coming down. I'm not seeing a broom, though. Maybe I'm just out of render range. Anyway, I have revisited the tower here. So it should be a little bit better, maybe. The question is, can I get down to this little platform right here? Should be a straight drop, right? Nice, okay. We do need to go... Oh, poo, I need to take down those. Alright, so let's get rid of that, and that. Okay, let's not do that again. That was stupid. Alright, so a quick trip downstairs. We're not looking up. Down the ladder. Okay, stairs. Off we go. Da-da-da. Alright, so we're going to get to the bridge and check it out. That's looking a little bit better, actually. I still think it might be a little too derpy. It looks like I have a gigantic lawn dart. Oh, well, I'm stuck on that. I'm honestly not too terribly sure if there's any way that I could make that look okay without it looking like a giant lawn dart. I mean, short of causing it to flare out a little bit more, but then it starts looking like something else, and, yeah. Let's check out from this side. I mean, I suppose that's not too terrible. I mean, I've seen better, and I hope that I could do better, but, I mean, it will work. It's better than being open to everything. And what I've actually been thinking about is that roof now, since the way I made it kind of pointy like that, there's a lot of space in there. I could probably work in a 4th floor. Not sure what I'd put in there. I could probably just make it... I could probably make it my house instead of the thing down there, since that's kind of small. And convert that to an honest farm. Alright, because if we go ahead and go up to the 3rd floor here, there's actually a lot of space in this thing. I'm running out of the abyssal block, though. I don't want to think of the number of stacks that went into this. So, I mean, if you look up there, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because everything's black, but if I cut off the floor, like right here, right? I could easily fit a 7x7 room up there. Actually, where's the center at? Center is roughly right here. Probably fit a 9x9 up there. Anyway, so what I need to do is I need to actually go ahead and I need to punch out some walls so that I can get access to the edge of the building. I've also been thinking about, right now I've got this ladder going up the side here. It may be better if I actually have a central shaft going down the very center of this as a way to get up or down. And I'm thinking if I do that, I am definitely going to be using the slipstream generator from Ars Magica 2. Make sort of a little ascension thing instead of like an elevator shaft. It'll just be a wind shaft. Yeah, I probably should come out the other wall. Alright, and see if I can make it. Make it. No, I can't make it. I'm gonna have so much freaking stone I have to clean up after doing this. Ew, that fell in the poo, didn't it? It can keep it. I'm already saving some blocks by the fact that these interior ones here aren't actually abyssal, they're the cobblestone. No! Okay, that could have been worse. Oh hey, it didn't go in the poo. It was really close though. So I'd been musing about using a slipstream elevator. Well, slipstream generator as an elevator. But I totally overlooked a key part here. This blood room, blood altar is like smack in the center of this tower. I would actually need to move it. And that actually might not be a bad idea to have it outside. Well, to have it attached to this floor, rather. Because there is a lot of stuffed blood magic rather than just this one altar, so some space might be called for. However, that is a task for another day. I have my little slipstream generator I went ahead and built. It's currently not getting any power because I've got this set to fill the kale factor, which is in the process of still going through that coal. How much we got so far? Get out of the way, Biller. Yeah, almost 4 stacks. We're doing good. And if you can tell by the cobblestone on the ground here, I've torn down the scaffolding I was using. And the reason I have done that is because I am done for now with the roof. Well, I'm mostly done. Let's go ahead and get a quick smoothie. There we go. Very refreshing. And it goes all the way around. The unfortunate thing to this is that while I do have the roof on the tower now, it looks rather unfortunate. I will be the first to admit I'm not terribly proud of the way that turned out. I will see, though, if there's anything that I can do to maybe make it look a little bit better. But for now, I mean, I'm honestly, I really don't think there's anything else I could have done to make it, well, I take that back. I know there's plenty I could have done to make it turn out better. I don't think there's anything that I could have done right to make it turn out better. I'm not going to dwell on that, though. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you building stuff is not my strong suit. I enjoy it. I'm just not good at it. Ooh, 3 moonstone. This place has been a magnet for moonstone strikes for some reason. There is a trapdoor around here. There we go. This is where I've actually been mining stuff to get resources. There is a Hecate around here somewhere, though, and it's driving me crazy. Please don't get sick. Alright. So this entire area should actually be rather safe. I torched the ever-loving beep out of this area. We've got a lovely pool of sludge. It's very nice. Anyway, the reason I came down here, though, is I actually have access to a previous mineshaft I had worked on that, as it turns out, is connected to a slime chunk. Alright, how do we want to get over there? I think I just used dirt. So I came in here the other day, I came in here earlier before recording, and this thing was just filled with slimes. Unfortunately, it looks like they're not spawning in here now. I wonder why. I think I know why. There is a bug with Ars Magica where Hecates will spawn. And they don't necessarily do anything. They just spawn and they go idle and they just kind of derp around. The usual way to fix it is by killing everything, which can easily be done if you have COFH core. However, I would honestly label it somewhere between the border of cheating if it's not needed. Probably what I would do is go ahead and run it, because immediately after running it, it would cause mobs to start spawning. Yeah, and anyway, the only reason I came down here, besides the slime balls, which I'm not going to get, is for the gravel. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and cut off this episode here. Next episode is going to be a little bit more tower work, though this is going to be a lot more interesting stuff. I am going to be setting up the slipstream generator and its power source, as well as working on getting up my vanilla magic stuff, which will be like enchanting room, my potion setup and stuff. And I may look into go ahead and getting to play with some of the Mind Factor Reloaded magic related stuff for the auto disenchanter or the auto enchanter or the auto anvil. If I do that, though, I'm going to need a source of mob essence, so I need to look into that too. Where'd you go? Alright. But for now, this is Malra28 saying, have a good day, and thank you for watching the Derpy Tower. Oh god, that just looks bad. Oh jeez. Is that thing slanted?